slight delay in moving into the apartment.
Why?
Well, and I suspected that this is going to happen. The physiotherapist and the occupational therapist came by today.
Yeah.
With a pair of crutches that they have from the hospital supply.
Yeah.
And it was the style with the rotating cuff with that bolt on it. So I gave them my big speech about that stupid design.
Yeah.
And whoever came up with it should have been hung, trucked, and quartered, and be burning in hell forever.
Why would they put a bolt on top of the crutch where your arm goes?
Well, this is what I can't figure out. I mean, it makes no sense for that cuff to rotate at all, because the crutch is only useful when the cuff is in the standard forward position.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to rotate 180 degrees the other way. When it's rotated the other way, the crutch is totally unusable.
They what?
The crutch cannot be used while the cuff is in that position.
Ah.
So in order to use the crutch, you have to reposition the cuff before you can do anything else.
Right.
So why do they have a movable cuff? It makes no sense whatsoever. I believe the answer has something to do with turning on and off light switches.
Oh.
I think the theory was that this would make it easy for somebody to handle a light switch.
Oh.
That they could temporarily let go of the hand of the crutch, and just let the crutch dangle for a few seconds on their arm.
Oh, great.
While they do the switch.
So it's a hit and miss on the lights then, eh?
They put this goddamn hinge in the thing. So you have to continuously readjust the cuff before you can even pick the crutch up and use it.
Right, okay, and that's impractical.
I had been using it with the cuff fixed in the proper location. The way you handle a light switch is you just put the crutch in your other hand for a minute and free up your hand.
Makes a little bit more sense, doesn't it?
I've been doing it that way for a zillion years. So don't tell me it's easier to do it the other way. And you put in this totally ridiculous rotating cuff that screws up the organ. Means that the crutch has to be readjusted before it can ever be picked up. It's totally dumb.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so what happened to those crutches? Did you send them back, or?
Well, in terms of any walking exercises that we're doing today or over the next few days, we'll have to use them. They're the only ones available. That I've used, which was like before.
Yeah.
So, we'll have to put up with it. And they put them in the quarterback.
Oh, good place.
So, in fact, I should mention that before they take me up to 14, I better make sure that they go with me.
Yes, yeah.
As much as I hate it,
yeah.
I'll have to take them with me. What they did today was they in theory were going to get me up walking on the crutches, but they then watched me sort of get out of the bed or get sitting up on the side of the bed. And, of course, as soon as I start to move at all, I start to cough like a maniac.
Yeah.
I cough like a maniac, even when I'm not moving around.
Yeah.
So they take me off the oxygen, start moving me around. I start coughing like a maniac. So, and I know my previous experience, like when I had embolism in 1997.
Oh, yeah.
I went through something very similar. Because it's a different condition. It also affects your lungs.
Yeah.
So, in both cases, what you've got is what you're fighting is impaired lung capacity. And
Impaired lung capacity? Yeah.
And what I experienced that time is repeating itself.
Oh.
When you lie in a bed, you can feel great.
Yeah.
You can feel totally normal lying in a bed.
Yeah.
And as soon as somebody throws a pair of crutches at you and says, get up on those, you suddenly realize that you're dying again. Because the amount of energy required to walk is much greater than the amount of energy required to lie in a bed.
Yeah.
Under normal circumstances, when you're healthy, you don't notice this huge transition.
Right.
But when your lung capacity is compromised, you know. You recognize this huge difference between the two states.
Yes.
So, given the fact that while I was sitting on the edge of the bed, I was coughing my lungs out, gasping for air so badly I couldn't talk or explain what I wanted to say.
Oh, that's terrible when you can't talk.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is real torture, I'll tell you. I don't go through these major incidents too often, thank heavens. But when I do, it's a big one. And it always seems to involve my lungs, which always undercuts my ability to talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I said to the therapist that the thought of going for a walk today would kill me.
Yeah.
Because I'm having trouble even getting out of the bed.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to have enough lung power to make it down the hall.
Yeah, because it takes an awful lot of exertion from you to be able to walk under normal circumstances.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's
Sure.
It's a high energy activity.
Yeah, they probably don't realize it.
And if you're you don't have any lung power,
yeah,
you're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, just take the time, and it's good that you spoke up.
Now they're talking about convalescent care, which is reminiscent of what happened back in '74, in 97, because there were definitely two phases. There was an acute care phase, and then there was a convalescent phase to that. What they did at the Wellesley Hospital was the second phase. They moved me to the rehab floor. I stayed up there for 4 weeks.
Oh.
And all that involved was walking with the OT or the physiotherapist every day.
Mm-hmm.
And they did that because I was living alone, and they had to make sure that I was walking well enough to go home.
Yeah,
So that I wouldn't keel over. Walking.
And go back there, because they certainly didn't want to see you back, right?
Walking around the kitchen. Well, that was my joke near the end of the period, and I knew they were about to send me home. I was saying they were kicking me out because they were sick of me. by that time, I'd been there for 8 weeks.
Oh, you were there that long?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
While I was in sort of acute care for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And then on the rehab for another 4.
Yeah.
And that's very long. The standards of today.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the theory is now that the acute care phase is almost over here. But they are now of the opinion, and I think I agree with it, that I'm probably not completely ready to go home yet.
And you're right, right.
That I'll have to do some just